the ship for battle! Engines! Flank speed!
Простите. Прикройте меня.
Согласен.
Destroyer! Ahead! 12,000 meters!
Action stations! Action stations! Enemy spotted! Destroyer!
Bearing 160, 12,000 meters. Target locking lost.
Внимание на указанный квадрат.
Okay, deploy smokescreen!
Destroyer! Ahead! 10,000 meters!
Missile launch in our direction.
Port all!
Hard port, aye!
Missile launch in our direction.
Helm midships, aye! Destroyer! Ahead! 9,000 meters!
Missile launched in our direction.
Engines! All astern!
Missile launched in our direction. Missile launched in our direction. Missile launched in our direction.
Okay, deploy smokescreen! Port your helm!
Destroyer! Ahead! 9,000 meters!
Missile launched in our direction.
Helm! Catapult!
Enemy hit. Missile launched in our direction. Missile launched in our direction.
Helm midships, aye!
Missile launched in our direction.
Damage control to repair parties! Pump out flooded compartments! Starboard your helm!
Aye! Steer starboard!
Missile launched in our direction.
Destroyer! Ahead! 7,000 meters!
Missile launched in our direction.
Engines, 1/3. Port your helm!
Aye! Steer port!
Missile launched in our direction.
Destroyer! Starboard! 3,000!
Враг начинает повергать.
Missile launched in our direction. Missile launched in our direction.
Destroyer!
Bearing 180. Target locking lost. Missile launched in our direction. Missile launched in our direction. We are damaged.
Damage control to repair parties! Action stations! Action stations! Man your posts!
Отлично.
Port your helm!
Aye! Steer port!
Dangerous shallows ahead.
Внимание на карту.
Destroyer! Starboard! 12,000 meters!
Action stations, enemy spotted. Starboard your helm.
Aye! Steer starboard!
Okay, deploy smoke screen.
Destroyer! Ahead! 8,000 meters!
Periscope.
Bearing 20, 5,000 meters. Missile launch in our direction. Missile launch in our direction.
Hold below the waterline!
Противник движется к победе.
Port! Port! Hard port! Aye!
Missile launch in our direction.
Helm, attention.
Helm midship! Aye!
Okay, deploy smoke screen.
Missile launch in our direction.
Destroyer. Building.
Hold below the waterline!
Attention, all hands to battle stations. Engines, 1/3.
Внимание на карту! Круто.
Starboard your helm.
Aye! Steer starboard!
Submarine.
Bearing 100, 13,000 meters.
Внимание на карту!
Missile! Away!
Внимание на указанный квадрат.
Torpedo away! Torpedo away!
Внимание на указанный квадрат.
Missile launch in our direction. Missile launched in our direction.
Ahead! 8,000 meters!
Action stations, enemy spotted. Damage control to repair parties.
Missile launch in our direction.
Away!
Helm, starboard.
Hard starboard! Aye!
Helm, midship.
Helm midships! Aye!
Direct hit.
Внимание на карту!
Torpedo away!
Shells on target. Torpedo impact. Missile launched in our direction. Missile launched in our direction.
Ahead! 8,000 meters!
Engines, full speed. Port your helm.
Aye! Steer port! Destroyer! Port!
Target locked. Being tracked. Missile launched in our direction.
Okay, deploy smoke screen.
Missile launch in our direction.
Destroyer! Port! 7,000 meters! Hard a port, aye!
Acoustic report!
Submarine! Ahead! 8,000 meters!
We are ready!
Damage control to repair parties.
Missile! Launched in our direction!
5,000 meters!
Missile launched in our direction! Target locked!
Missile away! Aye! Steer starboard!
Damage control to repair parties. Pump out flooded compartment.
Missile launched in our direction!
Torpedo away! Torpedo away!
Direct hit!
Мы впереди.
Missile launched in our direction!
Destroyer! Port! 5,000 meters!
Enemy are losing speed! Torpedo at target!
We've been holed below the waterline!
All hands! We have been critically damaged!
Damage control to repair parties. Pump out flooded compartment.
Missile launched in our direction! Missile launched in our direction!
Periscope! Ahead! 6,000 meters!
Port your helm.
Missile launched in our direction! We are damaged! Missile launched in our direction!
Destroyer! Port! 6,000 meters!
Двигайте за мной.
Missile! Missile launched in our direction!
5,000 meters! We've been holed below the waterline!
Damage control to repair parties. Pump out flooded compartment. Upcoming deployed smoke screen.
Steering is damaged! Vessel out of control! Acoustic report!
Submarine! Astern! 6,000 meters! Destroyer! Port! 6,000 meters!
Missile launched in our direction! Target being tracked! Direct hit!
Port your helm.
Aye! Steer port!
Missile launched in our direction!
Okay, deploy smoke screen.
Dangerous shallows ahead!
Нужна поддержка.
Вас поняла. Да.
All hands! We have been critically damaged! We are damaged!
Destroyer! Port! 5,000 meters! Hard a starboard, aye!
Helm, midships.
Helm midships, aye!
Starboard your helm.
Aye! Steer starboard!
Прикройте меня. Внимание на указанный квадрат.
Periscope.
Bearing! Enemy listing and losing speed!
Missile! Away!
Enemy hit!
Круто.
Destroyer! Port! 5,000 meters!
Missile launched in our direction! Dangerous shallows ahead!
Attention. Full speed.
All hands! We have been critically damaged! We are damaged! Missile launched in our direction!
Destroyer! Port! 4,000 meters!
Браво.
Attention, all hands to battle stations. Engines, 1/3. Port your helm.
Aye, steer port.
Внимание на указанный квадрат. Так точно.
Starboard your helm.
Aye, steer starboard.
Periscope.
Bearing 360, 11,000 meters.
Destroyer. Ahead.
Spotted.
Missile. Away.
Missile launch in our direction.
Torpedo away. Torpedo away.
Direct hit. Missile launched in our direction.
Periscope. Ahead. 10,000 meters.
Missile launch in our direction. Missile launched in our direction. Missile launched in our direction.
Destroyer. Ahead. 10,000 meters.
Damage control to repair parties. Pump out flooded compartments.
Acoustic reports.
Submarine. Ahead. 8,000 meters.
Missile launched in our direction.
Враг начинает побежать.
Helm, midship.
Torpedo away. Missile.
Missile launched in our direction.
Destroyer. Port. 11,000
Missile launched in our direction. Missile in our direction.
We've been holed below the waterline.
Damage control to repair parties. Pump out flooded compartments.
Destroyer. Port.
Port your helm. Engines, all astern.
Missile launched in our direction. Missile launched in our direction. Missile launched in our direction.
Destroyer. Port. 6,000.
Missile in our direction.
Okay, deploy smokescreen.
Missile launched in our direction.
Periscope. Port. 8,000 meters. Hard to starboard. Aye.
Missile launched in our direction.
Helm, midship.
Helm midships. Aye.
Missile launched in our direction. Missile launch in our direction!
Periscope!
Missile launch in our direction!
Damage control to repair parties. Pump out flooded compartments.
Shells on target!
Противник близится к победе.
Periscope! Astern! 8,000 meters!
We are damaged!
Hold below the waterline!
Okay, deploy smoke screen.
Dangerous shallows ahead!
Engines, all astern.
Missile launched in
Torpedo away!
enemy hit! Torpedo at target!
Destroyer! Astern! 9,000!
Missile launch in our direction! Missile launch in our direction! We are lost! All hands! We have been critical! Missile launch!
Secure the ship for sea.
Light cruiser! Ahead! 13,000 meters!
Light cruiser.
Bearing 160, 13,000 meters.
Внимание на указанный квадрат.
Missile launch in our direction.
Destroyer.
Bearing 180, 11,000 meters. Target locked and being tracked. Missile launched in our direction.
Okay, deploy smoke screen.
Missile launch in our direction. Missile launch in our direction. Missile launched in our direction. Missile launched in our direction.
Aye! Steer port!
Missile launched in our direction.
Periscope! Ahead! 8,000 meters!
Action station. Action station. Enemy spotted. Periscope.
1,000 meters. Missile launch in our direction. Target locked. Missile launched in our direction. Missile launched in our direction.
Torpedo away! Torpedo away! Light cruiser! Ahead! 11,000 meters!
Enemy listing us losing speed. Torpedo at target.
Hold below the waterline!
Okay, deploy smoke screen.
Aye! Steer starboard!
Missile launch in our direction. We are damaged. Missile launch in our direction.
Periscope! Ahead! 5,000 meters!
Damage control.
our direction!
Destroyer! Starboard! 9,000 meters!
Missile launch in our direction! Missile launch in our direction! Target being tracked! Repair station! Steering is damaged! Vessel out of control!
Engines, full speed.
Внимание на карту! Нужна поддержка.
Missile launched in our direction!
Light cruiser! Ahead! 10,000 meters!
Light cruiser! Bearing 120! 9,000! 3,000! Target lost!
Missile away!
Missile launch in our direction! Missile launched in our direction!
We've been holed below the waterline!
Missile launched in our direction!
Light cruiser! Ahead! 8,000 meters!
All hands, we have been critically damaged. We are damaged. Missile